Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about Devin James / Iron Stronghold Productions quite new drum MIDI pack called Surgeon Euphoria. It's inspired by Tommy Lee's drumming, and that was actually by my request, because there's never, enough of Tommy Lee inspired drum beats. He's absolutely one of my favorite drummers. Let's listen to the song first. I wrote based on just these beats from the package. I've used the song on a couple of my previous videos about EVH 5150 3 amps, but I wrote the song, not for that purpose. When I got the pack, I was like, yeah, and then immediately this song, came to life, like literally like this, inspired by the beats. What is cool about Devin's beats is that he plays them himself and then maybe edits, accordingly, because he had a great MIDI drum set at his home. So let's listen to the song where you see me playing guitar, Devin actually playing the drums when he did the MIDI package. Then let's go through the mix, what I used, what beats, and I will show you some different beats from the package, and also a little bit of drum mixing tips and mixing tips in general, especially when working with MIDI drums. All right, rock and roll. right, so this is the drum mix, all the channels. So I'm treating MIDI drums like I would mix real drums. So I have a superior drummer here, and the drums are from Bob Rock's MIDI pack, and there's nothing going on here inside superior drummer. Sometimes I mix stuff inside superior drummer, but for this one I didn't do anything here. Everything is like you see, you know, full bleeds and stuff. Well, some of I reduced the bleed a little bit just to make things easier for me. And then there's this Devin's grooves. As you see, I'm a big fan of his. Well, he's my friend, and you know, he plays drums on my latest solo album, HARDTONES. His beats are just great. Here's the Surge and Euphira. There's 4 different songs in 4 different, you know, tempos with lots of feels and beats, and just great stuff. But let's go through the mix first. So let me play the song what you just heard, just the drums. So I'll mute the bass, rhythm guitars and the lead guitars. All right, so as you see, I'm, you know, treating this like you know, real acoustic drums, and you know, a little bit about how I mix drums, whether it's MIDI or a you know, real drums. So I always have a certain instruments, drums, they go to a certain bus. So here's kick drums, kick sub, it goes to a kick bus. Snare top, snare bottom goes to a snare bus. Hi-hat and ride, they go straight to the drum bus. Toms go to tom bus, overheads go to overhead bus, ambience / room mics goes to room bus, and everything leads here to the drum bus. And here's my effects, drum effects, parallel compression, and then on this, to this parallel channel I'm sending everything, like you see. The whole kit goes there. Just adds a little bit, well, parallel compression and a little bit of a smiley face, Pultec EQ, kind of New York compression. And then this crush bus, here I'm only sending the kind of hit instruments, so kick, snare and toms. Just, it sounds terrible on its own, as you probably saw, everything was red. It's just distorted, but it adds nice sustain when blended in just slightly. Then I have a room reverb where I'm sending a little bit stuff to create some, cohesion, room stuff. So there's a kick is going there, snare, bass and stuff. Plate, I didn't use plate on this mix, just a brighter reverb. And then the child room, this is actually the only hardware I have now, which is a Lexicon PCM70's tiled room preset. A very good alternative is a Softube's Char reverb. That's probably my go-to reverb. And I have a tiled room preset, what I did basically based on this one. It's almost identical, really close. But since I have a real deal here, I use that. Then a gated reverb. It's a AMS, this RMX16 legendary reverb Universal Audio's plugin, and you heard what it does, kind of that. So just blend it slightly in to get that to snare. So that's the drum mix. It's basically SSL, E-channel, UADs on all. That's my main EQ, compressor, gate on everything, not just drums. Then soothe on the hi-hat and ride, just to change down the some hiss, and it's also on the overhead bass and room bass. Then on this one, because this is kind of Tommy Lee inspired, so I didn't use this kick. I have their preset called Tommy. This is from Steven Slade's, I think it's from the standard pack. It's just, well, the name kind of suggests what it is. Tommy Lee style kick, and that's mixed 100%. So so you can use triggers on MIDI drums too if you want to have something else. The snare is the snare, what was there. And I forgot to mention that this pack comes also with one shots. So there's a crew kick and a crew snare, longer and shorter snare. I actually just realized them now, so I didn't use them on the song, but I will definitely check these out, as should you. And that's pretty much it. The compressor is my go-to parallel compression, always on dual mono. When it's on stereo channel on this one, when you put it mono, it's dual mono, it's not mono, but it compresses the sides differently. I feel that it widens the sound nicely. So if this would be stereo, let's say you have a big tom hit on the floor tom on the right side, then it compresses also the left side, which I don't really like that. But when it's dual mono, it only compresses that side where the big hit is. So it makes it a little bit more lively to my ears to use dual mono setting on parallel drum compression. And on the drum bass, there's Gulfos doing very little. Now it looks like there's a lot going on, but let me show you what it actually does. And it just enhances a little bit of the good stuff. And then I have their Black Salt Audio's this drum bass plugin. It's really good. There's compression, there's a kind of distortion, whatever, overdrive, and then the tone, brighter, darker, and salt. It's kind of like, I think it kind of highlights the good frequencies and tames down the bad frequencies. So if we play that, it just makes the drums a little bit more energetic. I'm using it very slightly on this one, but the devil is in the details. A little bit about the guitars. It's a bad boy into a Marshall 9060 BV cabinet with a classic Lead 80 speaker. I have one of them there, and that's mic'd with SM57 and ST Electronics VR1 ribbon mic. The right rhythm guitar that I recorded after I filmed the video you just saw. That was the BX cabinet with a greenback and SM57 and SC Electronics X1R ribbon mic. And the lead, that was the same take than this left rhythm guitar. I just cut it here to my lead bass where I have different processing, but it was the same take. Back to the drums. So as you see here, These are all, I didn't edit these at all. Well, you don't see that, but these are just the beats from the package. Surgeon U for a drum mini pack, Cleavage and Chrome. I think these all beats were from the same song. I just put them, you know, kind of how I wrote the song in my head, and then when the song was done drum-wise, then I came up with the riffs. This is how I many times work. It's almost like jamming with the drummer, because that always inspires me, you know, just trying out different beats, and then if that beat inspires me to, you know, write a great riff or noodle, then hey, that's cool. Let's write a song about this. So like we did in the back in the days at the rehearsal place. Well, we still do that, but now I can do, and you can do this at home too, inspired by a great drum beats and a great drummer like Devin James. But let's solo the drums. Let's go to here and let's check out the other grooves he has. So these drums on this song were from this Cleavage and Chrome song, and I used the actual tempo of the song. And this is now previewing original tempo, so we can check out some other stuff. Venom Kiss, this is a bit, you know, slower. I mean, Devin has nailed how Tommy Lee hits the hi-hat. It's awesome. I love that. As you can see, I have compressed the hi-hat a little bit to get that, you know, the stuff. Cool. Okay, let's get back to here. And, you know, let's take the bridge. And then there's all kinds of feels. Really, Tommy Lee, that stuff he does that I love. A Dirty Deal song. And shout out the hairdresser. You get the point. And then the beats I used on this song. This first beat was the main beat. How cool is that? 4 on the floor. You get the point. Strong recommendation for this pack and all Devin's packs, because they are really great. Because the problem would be with some other package, it's they feel almost like the drum solos. like the drummer is just trying to, whoever did that, is trying to impress people, but that's hardly something, at least what I don't want in the song. I just want a good, simple beats, then, you know, feels that I can throw in that you can actually work, you know, when writing. Because, you know, there's a time and place for drum solos, but that's not really, you know, when you try to write a song, you just want to have a, you know, good, nice beat. Okay, hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Check out the links from the description below to Devin James /Iron Strongholds website. There's great beats other than this, you know, Tommy Lee inspired. He does also presets for Superior Drummer. If you're not experienced in mixing drums, he actually does great presets that you can just, you know, throw in here and then just use like a stereo out for your drums. This is a bit more advanced, but if you are more advanced, probably this was not anything new for you. But this is the way I treat the drums on all of my videos and stuff, and it's usually the same drum kit, but I just mix it differently. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Check out the links from the description below. All right, bye.